Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to ACS Sneakers. My name is Aiden. On today's video, we are finally getting around to taking a look at the Air Jordan 3 Cool Grey. Unfortunately, when it did initially release, I kind of slept on it and I wasn't able to cop as easily as I thought I would be able to. Fortunately enough for me, this shoe did restock on JD, so I did manage to get it the second time around. But before we get into that, like I always do, I want to welcome back my returning viewers. Thank you as always for supporting me and this channel. And to any new viewers, welcome to the channel. We do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week. So do make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification as well so you never miss a video. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the intro. So like we always do on this channel, before we do get into the review, let's just take a quick look at the box. Now this box for me is very reminiscent of other previous Jordan 3 colorways. So 2/3 of the box I have this cool grey colour with the red Jumpman in the centre, and then on the final third we do have that elephant print. I do also have my red cement box just for comparison. As you can tell, they're identical besides the actual colours. Unfortunately, the court purple colourway that I still have, the box was a little bit out of reach, so I wasn't able to get it for a comparison, but you can take my word for it, it's more or less the same. If we take a quick look now at the label, which reads Air Jordan 3 Retro in the silver sport red LT graphite colourway. Now this is a personal pair, as you'll be able to tell from the size label, as it is a UK size 9. So if we just now go ahead and get straight into my review. So starting from the toes up, the toe box and the rest of the upper has been constructed of this all grey nubuck material. Now, as you can see on my pair, there's a little bit of creasing, but other than that, generally, the actual quality control of my pair is a lot better than some of the recent pickups that I've actually had this month. I honestly was really surprised by how good the quality is on my particular pair. I've heard nothing but horror stories about glue stains and bad creasing and just overall bad quality overall. So I genuinely am really pleased by how my pair has turned up, and I would say that the material is a lot better than what I was initially expecting it to be, but let's be honest, it's not the best material in the world, but I do think it's decent enough for what it's worth. So if you don't know by now, this particular colourway is actually inspired by the 2007 Jordan 3 Cool Grey. I've done a lot of research into the actual shoe itself to try and find out how close the representation is from this year to the original 2007 colourway. I've had a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people are saying that the actual grey on this shoe is a lot lighter. Some people are even saying it's a lot darker. And I think a lot of that comes from the actual fact that it's been 14 years since the original colourway released. And naturally, over time, your memory can change. You can remember things in slightly different ways. And if you still have the 2007 pair, the colour is likely to have changed either from, wearing it, leaving it in direct sunlight. And just naturally, over 14 years, of course, the colours and the materials are naturally going to change over the course of time. So I think unless you actually have this pair and you have an eidetic memory, it's going to be pretty difficult to actually say without any level of uncertainty that this is exactly the same or it's any different. So around the toe box of the shoe, we do have the elephant print, which can also be seen around the heel of the shoe as well. Now, I definitely do feel like the elephant print on this shoe is a lot lighter than what we see on my court purple colourway. Personally, I do think it looks a lot better on this shoe, and I would also say that it's more reminiscent to what we saw with the red cement, although the red cement is probably just a little bit lighter in my opinion as well. But just in general, the elephant print on this shoe is definitely the main reason as to why I just love the Jordan 3 so much. Now, on all three of the colourways I've just taken a look at, you will see that the actual elephant print is actually a lot shorter than some of the original Jordan 3 colourways. It used to actually come up quite a lot more onto the toe box, but on more of these recent models, it's actually a lot shorter. And then just above this, we do have the all grey nubuck mudguard, as you can see, wrapping right the way around. Moving down to the midsole then, we have a polyurethane midsole with an encapsulated air unit towards the forefoot with an exposed air unit towards the heel. Now the air unit itself does actually have a slight orange tint. I'm not sure if my camera is actually going to be able to pick it up, but I personally actually think it looks really good in my opinion. And now switching to the outsole of the shoe, here we have a primarily grey outsole with hits of white and that red Jordan branding. Personally, whenever it comes to an all white outsole, it really bugs me because it gets so worn so quickly and it just looks really bad after only a couple of wears. So I do think this is going to wear a lot better. It's going to look a lot better for longer, and I really can't complain. I think it looks much better with that primarily grey colour than just all white. Moving on then to the lace on the shoe. In the centre, we do have these flat white shoelaces. At the very bottom, we do have the orange peel eye stays. Moving up a little, we have these grey eye stays with what I believe is a perforated suede material. I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not exactly sure if it is suede, but it does feel a little bit different to the nubuck on the actual uppers of the shoe. But then moving even further up, we do have the orange peel eye stays at the very top once again. Now the laces themselves do sit atop a perforated tongue, but then moving up the tongue, we do have an all leather topper with the red embroidered Jumpman in the centre. Swinging over now to the actual ankle collar and sockliner. Around the ankle collar, we do see more of that perforated grey suede, like what we saw on the eye stays. Once again, I just want to reiterate, I think it's suede, but it might be something completely different. And then moving inside the shoe itself, we do have this all-white sockliner, which, personally, I'm not a big fan of. I think it works, and I think it looks fantastic with the colourway, but a white sockliner is just going to get so dirty so quickly. So I'm only ever going to wear this, you know, when the weather's perfect and I'm wearing crisp white socks. I really wouldn't recommend wearing any different kind of socks with this. It's going to collect lots of lint in general. I think the Jordan 3 collects more sock lint than any other shoe in my collection. It definitely feels that way, and I'm constantly having to use a lint roller to actually pull them out. So just in general, just as a word of advice, only wear brand new white socks with this shoe just to avoid it getting, you know, dirty really quickly. And just in terms of sizing, whenever I do pick up a Jordan 3, I personally do always go true to size, as I do feel like that's the best reflection on me. If you do have a chance to try out a pair before buying, I would highly recommend you do so, just so you can understand the best fit for you. Taking a look now at the insole of the shoe, we do have an all-white insole with the red Jumpman branding. And just to finish up, taking a look at the heel of the shoe, here we have the red Jumpman branding with the orange peel just underneath. Now, this isn't an OG colourway, even though to me it definitely feels like it is. So that's the reason we have the Jordan and instead of the Nike branding. Apparently that was a way to distinguish, you know, retro colourways to the new colourways that were releasing in the early 2000s. I really wasn't into Jordan brand at the time, but I watch a lot of Wear Tester reviews and he seems to just have so much knowledge on, you know, on Jordan brand in general. And I believe that they actually used to call Jordan brand Jordan, which is just mind-boggling to even think that anybody would walk around saying, have you picked up the latest brand Jordan shoe? Just seems like a really foreign concept. But yeah, that's apparently the reason as to why they do this on, you know, non-OG and OG colorways. I personally don't mind it either way. Some people, I do know, it does actually put them off from actually buying the model, or the actual colorway I should say. But for me, this is too nice a colourway to not pick up in my opinion. So that's just about enough waffle for this video, so let's go ahead and get into my opinions on the shoe. So just to sum up, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, I do give the Air Jordan 3 in the cool grey colourway a pretty decent 9 out of 10. This for me is a fantastic addition to my collection. It really offsets the actual two colourways I currently have. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I do have the red cement 3s as well as the court purple 3s, and both colourways I would say, you know, more the red cement is quite a bright and vibrant colour, and the court purple colourway is a little bit more refined and something I'd probably wear throughout like the winter months. Whereas this one, it just feels like a really nice and easy shoe to wear. Not really going to take too much thought as to what I'm going to wear it with and when I'm going to wear it. This is definitely going to be a shoe that I'm going to rock in the summertime, and you know, it's just a lot easier to actually think about, you know, how I'm actually going to wear this than some of the other colorways I've just mentioned. But I'd love to know what you guys think as well, so do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. So if you've stuck around to this point in the video, I want to say a massive thank you. And if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification as well, so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.